Hello, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, let me say thank you for this opportunity to CIC to join the CD talk and to talk about MTR's Kutang Station digitalization story. Before I go through my parts, I'll hand over to Nick shortly, but I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about MTR's vision for digital in our project delivery as a whole. Nick will take you through these items later on, but I just want to set the scene for a minute. MTR, as you know, is a client, and we're in a unique position here to influence the digital delivery of our projects. With that in mind, June 2022, we mandated BIM and digital in all of our contracts, our new civil contracts and all the interfacing system-wide E&M contracts. In that, the BIM model is contractual, both editable and non-editable formats are issued at tender. Those obligations are embedded within our contracts. The mechanism for that is our GS and our project scope. That ensures that everybody is working on the same page, doing the same thing. We can't afford for anyone in the team or in the interfacing contracts not to be doing the same things as everybody else. That's borne out by some numbers here from our CD adoption. Currently, there are 92 projects, which are the interfacing contracts. It might be the enabling works, advanced works, that kind of thing. All of those provided constraints to Nick's project. Currently over 3,500 users in that digital community. I just wanted to highlight these two technical circulars as well, which dovetail quite nicely with our approach, which is the most recent one is the one in actually February the 1st this year, which is the adoption of BIM model as a contractual item in the contract. And the second one is the 4S system, which Nick will talk a bit more about later on. For those of you not seeing these, I'm sure everyone's aware of them, but these are the ones we're talking about, and it's very nice to see that we've aligned that government expectation with our own, which is great to see that. A bit more about the project in general. First new station built on top of an existing railway in Hong Kong, around and above, I should say. It's a very complex project in that respect. Limited workspace for the contractors and their teams, limited time, and significantly, it'll be the first project to be completed, which is due for December, I think, 2027. So it's becoming a very important project for MTR, generally, in terms of our digital aspirations. And at this point, I'll hand you over to Nick to take you through the project in more detail.
Okay, thank you so much for Mark's introduction. So next time, we will talk about the strategy and planning and leadership, and we will speak to economists. 咁接落嚟我會講咧關於我哋嘅策略嘅。首先我哋策略咧最重要嘅係 top down support， 即係我哋點樣可以由最上邊有原始份 contract 同埋 scope 開始定義好點樣去用呢個 digitalization。咁呢個策略咧牽涉到 scope 個 contract document 啦，亦都係有 top management 嘅 support。咁由 top management support 之下咧，我哋就會整成有兩份 implementation plan。咁點樣執行翻我哋嘅策略嘅？咁包括 DC、SMS 啦，同埋 BEP。咁呢部分咧就會牽涉到唔同嘅團隊，而唔單單淨係得 DIT 啊，或者係 BIM 嘅 team。咁最後就會 adoption， 由唔同嘅 team 去執行上邊嘅策略同埋應用。咁呢度你見到啦，就係我哋由 top management， 由 project management team 一路數落嚟，到我哋 BIM team、DIT team 同埋discipline sub team 啦。然之後有唔同嘅 designer、engineer 同埋 coordinator 都會應用翻唔同嘅技術，然之後咧去到最大嘅效益。咁去到落地執行嘅時候，我哋嘅工友啦，甚至係前線嘅人員都係會採用唔同嘅 digitalization 方法去 for construction。咁我哋一開始最原始嘅時候，喺 project 未開始之前，我哋已經有一個digital transformation plan。呢個 plan 係展示咗唔同部門同唔同 platform 之間嘅 information 點樣去交流。咁包括你見到係我哋有 ACC platform 啦，有 Autodesk Construction Cloud， 亦都有Simple platform、iSuper、Sigma。咁唔同之間嘅資料同埋有唔同角色嘅人員係會做一個守關嘅角色。咁唔同嘅人員根據呢一個流程之後咧，就會有一個審批嘅過程。咁 make sure 每一個資料都係準確嘅，同埋可以交到俾下一 part。咁唔同之間嘅 platform 都會有一個流程喺度。 咁呢度係一個簡化咗圖咯。我哋有唔同嘅 platform， 你見到上邊有 Autodesk Cloud、Autodesk Build、Sigma 同埋個 Power BI， 咁全部資料咧，我哋都會盡量integrate 喺一個叫 SSMP 嘅 platform 上邊。而 SSMP 就係我哋嘅SiteSmart Platform。咁嚟緊我又會講緊具體技術上點樣去執行呢啲 data。咁我哋主要有兩部分嘅 data 嘅，第一部分咧就係 production data。咁 production data 咧就係 on-site data， 全部都嚟自現場嘅。sorry。咁而另一部分咧就係 technical data， 就 off-site 嘅，包括我哋嘅 submission 啦或者 design 嘅資料。咁呢度你見到我哋嘅data 結構，咁 on-site data 同埋off-site data 啦。咁我哋分好類，同埋每一個 classify 咗點樣去準備呢啲 data 去用。咁第一步我哋要collect， 我哋收集呢啲資料嘅。我哋包括喺現場啦，用 IoT system 啦、CCTV 啦，同埋有中 survey 啦，我哋會定期去做一個site scan 啦，去攞到晒所有現場嘅資料。咁有即時嘅資料，亦都有 weekly 有 monthly 嘅資料。咁而submission 咧，關於我哋嘅 platform 咧，我哋每一份 submission 都會經過個 CDE 嘅 platform 去做 submission。咁上邊個 submission 每一份 submission 有咩問題，我哋都會有個 digital 方法去顯示住啲問題嘅。咁包括埋個 design 啦、material 啦，同埋我哋嘅 method statement 啦，全部都會經過 ACC 嘅系統，然之後收集出嚟。咁你見到右手邊。左手邊咧都會見到呢個唔同嘅 system 啦，包括個 movement monitoring 啦，或者 IoT based 嘅 tracking system 啦、GPS system 啦，咁係 for 現場去做個實時嘅監測。咁我哋有收集咗資料之後，我哋就要準備啲 data。咁點樣去將啲資料由原始嘅數據變成一啲可以讀到、可以睇到嘅數據？咁我哋會應用咗 Power BI 嘅技術啦。咁亦都會喺呢個過程入邊咧，我哋開始定義翻啲資料係可用定不可用嘅。咁最後邊嗰步咧，我哋都會稱我哋嘅 AI 去 filter 翻一啲有問題嘅數據，或者係要值得注意嘅地方。咁有啲係 CCTV 啦，我就咁睇 CCTV 未必會即刻知道現場情況。咁我哋會用埋 AI cam 啦，去分析翻現場有乜嘢 safety 嘅 issue，咁即時會 report 俾 safety officer 知。咁呢度係一啲例子，見到我哋嘅 site worker activity， 我哋會知道現場有幾多人喺唔同嘅 area 入邊啦，我哋都可以即時通知到佢而家發生咩事啦。咁包括話 CCTV 啦，亦都有現場嘅監察啦，咁亦都有 digital form 去 report 翻現場嘅情況啦。呢度嘅報告啦，關於地形或者係上邊環境上嘅數據啦，亦都會即時反映喺個 platform 入邊。咁關於啲機械咧，我哋都會有啲數據，知道佢每日嘅運作啦，現場有幾多部機啦，咁佢哋嘅運作情況如何啦，咁亦都有實時嘅 GPS 監測系統啦，可以追蹤到佢去咗邊一度啦。咁我哋排污或者係傾斜垃圾嘅時候，係咪指定位置去傾斜嗰啲建築廢料？咁呢度你都見到啦，我哋每日咧都可以追蹤到啦我哋嘅 site progress 嘅。咁我哋 construction 嘅上邊嘅攞幾多石屎，或者係我哋做咗幾多個 works， 咁全部都會反映翻喺一個 Power BI platform 上邊。咁呢度咧就係一個 issue management 嘅，我哋咧透過一個平台去處理所有我哋嘅建築嘅 submission。咁呢個係嗰個 3D model 咯。咁除咗 3D model 之外咧，我哋嘅 2D 文件、我哋嘅計劃、我哋嘅method statement 都會由呢啲唔同嘅 issue 去組成。咁所有 comment 都會以 issue 形式每一個顯示出嚟。咁我哋就會有一個好清晰嘅status， 知道咧我哋幾多個問題未解決，有幾多問題要 pending for 解決，亦都執行係邊一個 parties 都會喺呢度清楚見到。咁關於個 design development 咧，我哋都會 check 到咧每一個唔同嘅 design， 你見到幾條線咧就係代表唔同嘅 archi 啊、structure 或者係 MEP， 咁佢哋之間嘅發展，咁每一次嘅變動咧都會有個 description 去描述翻俾大家知邊度改咗，咁就可以追溯翻成個 design development 嘅過程。咁呢度係 as build data 啦，我哋都會收集一啲現場嘅數據啦，咁我哋會做一 point cloud 嘅 survey。亦都有 inspection 嘅 data 啦，我哋咧就將 inspection 傳統嘅紙嘅形式咧變成一啲 apps， 我哋可以用 apps 啦 去輸入翻我哋現場觀察到嘅情況，無論好嘅壞嘅，我哋都可以收集翻嚟。咁呢個咧會將來咧就會做一個大數據嘅分析，咁可以判斷到邊啲工作嘅地方有危險，或者係有進步，或者係可以好嘅嘢，可以做一個更加好嘅整合，然之後咧去 push 翻我哋之後去做 construction 嘅方法。咁下一 part 就係我哋真正用嘅方法。咁關於呢個用途咧，最重要咧就係唔同部門之間嘅合作。所以咧呢個唔單止係digital team 去做嘅嘢，咁包括我哋 planner 啦、designer 啦、project management、construction management 同埋前線嘅工作人員。咁佢哋咧都會根據我哋嘅 DCMS、SMS 啦同埋 BAEP 去執行翻點樣去運用呢啲數據。咁呢度係啲例子咯。我哋首先會 generate 咗晒所有唔同收集出嚟嘅數據，喺一個 platform 嘅形式去展示出嚟。咁呢度主要咧有兩個 platform， 一個係講西嘅 on-site data， 另一邊咧就係ACC， 就係我哋嘅 submission platform。咁呢度咧就會出現咗所有關於 deliverable， 我哋嘅 submission 啦，我哋嘅 design， 我哋嘅 method 啦，我哋 material 嘅 issue。咁呢度係現場咧即時反映翻嚟嘅數據，包括會噪音太大啊、空氣污染嘅情況啊、噪音跟住同埋入邊嘅水啊 water leaving 啊。因為我哋掘嘅時候咧會實時監察住咧所有水位，咁樣咧就可以確保咧個地鐵嘅鐵路咧唔會有任何誤差。咁樣因為咧條鐵路咧係現時已經運行緊嘅，咁所以咧每一個小小喐動咧亦都有機會造成問題啦。咁所以咧我哋會監察得好嚴謹。咁你見到咧我哋每日咧都會即時監察住咧入邊嘅壓力，咁睇到一個 tunnel 而家個隧道係唔係正常運行。咁關於 design progress 嘅 monitoring 咧，我哋會睇到晒每一個 design 嘅問題啦。咁佢係 hold 緊喺唔同嘅 party 上面有乜嘢要做啦 ，action item 啦，亦都有我哋 submission package 嘅 status 啦。咁呢啲全部都係嚟自我哋嘅 platform 嘅。咁最後咧就會有一個construction progress monitoring 嘅。呢個 construction progress monitoring 咧會知道咗我哋下一步或者未來之後會發生啲咩事啦。咁你見到咧左手邊嘅幅圖咧，亦都反映緊而家現場施工嘅情況同埋個進度。咁我哋用唔同顏色嚟標示住啦。咁所有人都可以知道咧邊一啲現場已經起咗，或者邊一啲將會嚟起。咁我哋可以針對咧現場嘅情況咧去作出調整，或者係更改我哋嘅 priority。咁跟住咧落嚟咧，我呢個睇一條片，呢條片咧係講緊我哋用嘅 SSMP 點樣去用一個 4D model 同埋一個 point cloud 嘅 model 可以 integrate 埋一齊，同時間可以睇到咧我哋 planning 嘅進度啦，同埋真實嘅進度。咁兩個 model overlay 一齊嘅時候咧，我哋會更加清晰易明我哋而家嘅情況。咁呢度咧，我哋見到我哋點樣去利用呢啲 data 去做 management。咁我哋見到我哋嘅 schedule 啦，喺左上角上邊。咁呢個 schedule 咧，亦都係反映咗咧我哋每一個 task 啦。咁拆翻出嚟有唔同嘅 task team。咁最具體我哋有咩 task， 有乜嘢問題要解決咧？你見到左下角咧就有唔同嘅問題啦。咁亦都會見到我哋整體嘅 submission， 我哋整體嘅 deliverable 嘅 progress 啦，亦都會睇到現場有乜嘢要 management， 例如嗰度係有danger zone 嘅，咁我哋要安排工人離開嘅，咁我哋會即時知道有咩工人仲留喺個區域咯，亦都可以通知到對方。咁我哋都有 remote monitoring 啦，可以睇到我哋嘅機械械具咧，亦都會有一啲實時監察，有冇人咧行入咗危險嘅區域啦，然之後即時作出警告啦，通知駕駛員咧附近有員工進入咗一個危險嘅範圍咯。咁亦都會有CCTV 啦，去睇翻 living 嘅時候有冇人喺一啲危險嘅位置啦，咁都會即時通知翻我哋嘅 safety officer。咁呢個係一個例子啦。咁有見到 CCTV 咧，實時睇住 living 嘅位置，咁有冇工人或者有冇啲危險，有冇跌落咧，亦都會由 AI cam 去即時分析，然之後咧就回傳翻我哋嘅 management。咁利用啲數據咧，就可以做到一個更加好嘅現場管理。咁呢啲好處咧，咁我哋再具體講，我哋分咗3種唔同嘅 data 嘅。第一種 data 咧就係佢嘅submission data、design data。咁呢個 data 咧，我哋點樣可以用成一個 single source 嘅位置去集中管理所有 design， 咁樣咧去減少咗一種出現重複或者出現咗異同嘅地方，即係 discrepancy 嘅地方。咁呢個 workflow 咧，亦都 make sure 咧所有 response 都係即時嘅。換句話說咧，當我 raise issue 嘅時候咧，對方嘅回覆咧，亦都可以即時睇到對方有乜嘢response。 咁我哋咧喺同一個位置去處理一份文件嘅話咧，係更加有效率啦，同埋更加集中啦。咁個 design review 亦都會睇住同一個 design 去做 review 咯，去分析咯。無論係現場或者係office 嘅同事，都係睇住同一份資料咯。咁另一 part 咧就係 construction 同 environment 嘅 data。咁關於現場嘅數據啦，我哋呢個用途咧，除咗係睇到即時現場嘅 data 之外，我亦都可以咧 compare with 我哋嘅 4D model 咯。咁就會知道我哋嘅進度咧嘅情況。咁亦都有個 environment impact 嘅 control 咯，我哋可以即時知道而家對環境嘅影響啦，亦都去從而做咗一啲措施可以解決或者係改善咯。咁最後一個好處咧就係關於 SBO 啦同埋 site data。咁好多時咧我哋咧現場做出嚟嘅效果，或者係喺開工之前咧要攞到一啲現場嘅數據，可以更加有效喺調整。咁我就會可以喺更加早嘅時候發現咗，尤其係一啲工序係要廠生產嘅話。咁我哋conclusion 咧就係啦，咁有一啲問題我哋會遇到嘅係 challenge。咁 challenge 咧就係第一個就係我哋點樣去分配呢個責任啦，我哋點樣可以有一個 working 嘅 schedule 啦，咁點樣可以將唔同嘅 budget 放喺唔同嘅 team 度，然之後執行到 DI 呢個 digitalization 啦，呢個咧就係一個比較大嘅問題，點樣可以確保每條 team 都會執行呢個方法？咁呢度我哋解決方法就係咧，我哋點樣可以清楚釐定個 scope 同埋 requirement。咁呢個第一步嘅，由最 basic 嘅 guideline 同埋scope requirement 入邊已經清楚指引咗。咁包括 MTR 同埋 DHK 啦。咁卡人方面咧已經喺個 scope 度講咗我哋點樣用啦。咁而呢一個 scope 咧同傳統一啲最大唔同地方，我哋除咗要求結果之外咧，其實個過程都好重要。點樣去運用呢個過程，就 rather than 我哋淨係需要結果。咁所以咧喺呢個情況入邊咧，我哋會監察住點樣去運用。咁所以下一 part 就係嗰個 high level management 嘅 support。咁除咗睇結果之外咧，喺個過程入邊咧，唔同嘅角色咧都要參與其中啦，同埋可以用到呢度嘅 data。咁呢個咧其實好需要第三點，就係嗰個合作關係，就唔同 party 之間咧係一個加強嘅合作。咁除咗 scope 之外咧，我哋互相嘅信任啦，同埋互相嘅支持咧都好重要。咁包括 MTR 對我哋嘅支持啦，同埋我哋 DHK 唔同團隊之間互相合作嗰種關係咯。咁最後咧，我哋有個好強大嘅support 就係嚟自世界各地嘅。我哋包括嚟自中國啦、法國啦、澳洲啦、UK 啦。咁我哋每個月都有唔同嘅 project 啦，去參考翻，同埋大家提出問題，去互相之間去分析點樣解決。咁今日嘅講到係咁多，多謝咁多位。